and welcome. I am Trish and this is Trish Talks, and on today's video we're going to be talking about small dining rooms. Now this is the last in a series of smalls. I did the small kitchen video, the small bathroom, the small bedroom, the small living room, and now we're going to cap it off with the small dining room. So if you have a small dining room and you want to make it stylish and functional and make it appear larger than it is, then this is the video for you. So let's get started. Tip number 1, use a round table. There are several benefits to using a round table in your small dining room. First off, a round table takes up less floor space than a rectangular table, and it can be centered in the middle of the room, allowing for more circulation around the table. Not only that, a round table can fit more people around it than a rectangular table the same size. Another great benefit to a round table in a small room is that it doesn't have any sharp angles, especially if you have kids or animals running about. The thing I love about a round table is that it encourages conversation. It encourages people to interact because everybody has the same visual access to the next person. So I love that round table effect in a big space or in a small dining room. And lastly, if you pick the right small dining room table, it can be a statement piece and add visual interest to your small dining room. Tip number 2, use banquette seating in your small dining room. Using banquette seating can maximize the space in a small dining room. Look for a compact banquette design that takes up minimal floor space. A corner banquette works well in a small dining room. And listen, make sure the banquette is the right height for the table, because a banquette that sits too low or too high for a table is very uncomfortable. And listen, banquette seating is also really good for added storage. You can create seating that lifts up, so the cushion lifts up and you have like this big open storage space, or you can build the banquette seating out with drawers. And so don't forget to use that extra space up underneath in a small dining room. So lastly, don't forget to really spruce up that banquette seating. Add pillows and cushions, perhaps even a throw, so that the space can be super comfortable for eating, as well as if you just want to kick back and read a book. Those pillows and throws also add to the decor of the room. Tip number 3, add good lighting in a small dining room. Good lighting can add to that small dining room by highlighting the different layers and textures. Task lighting is also important, especially like a pendant light that you can hang over your small dining room table. You can use that light to see what you're doing, chopping your vegetables, doing homework, or just reading. You want to add that pendant lighting. It actually gives the room some additional interest as well. Speaking of adding interest, if you use an artisan pendant light, a pendant light that is also very creative and artistic, that really focuses the eye up over the table and takes the mind away from the fact that the room feels small. Another element to good lighting is making sure that it is highlighting the artwork in the room, or the layers that you've created, the different colors that you've created. You want to make sure that you're putting that type of lighting in the space, again, drawing the eye away from the small footprint, away from the small table and chairs, and making people visually take in the whole space. So ultimately, good lighting is there in your small dining room to enhance the dining room and all that goes into it. Eating, drinking, enjoying your guests. So you want to make sure that you've taken the time to put that good lighting in place. Tip number 4, use an island table combo. Now these I love. An island table combination is an excellent solution in a small dining room. I mean, it combines the use of the island and seating of your small dining table, combines the two, making it a compact unit, especially in a small dining room kitchen combination. They often include storage like cabinets which helps to declutter in a small dining room. They serve as food preparation spaces as well as eating spaces, again in a compact unit, making it great for a small dining room. The island and table combination serves as a prep space as well as a seating space, but when you combine the two together and you put stools at the island, you have a lot more seating in that small footprint. The island and table combination should be designed to match the style of the space, making it an attractive focal point in the room. Tip number 5, use mirrors. Listen, you've heard me say this before, mirrors reflect the light and create the illusion of space and depth. So in a small dining room, adding mirrors is the perfect touch to create the illusion of a bigger dining room. Mirrors amplify the natural light coming into the space, making the space feel more brighter and more inviting. Mirrors are also there to reflect other decorative elements in the room, making it more interesting and visually inviting. Not only are the mirrors reflecting the other decorative elements, but if you pick the right mirror, it can be a decorative element in and of itself. Ultimately, mirrors are in there to either reflect the focal point or be the focal point. So you want to use that mirror because it's going to create that illusion of space, as well as highlight all of the decorative elements in the space. Tip number 6, keep it simple. So for this tip, you want to keep the decor simple and just add a few statement pieces as to not overwhelm the small dining room. So another part of keeping it simple is keeping the chairs and table roughly around the same height, so you don't have visually competing elements in that room. Everything is roughly the same height. Your eye travels over the dining room table and chairs, and now you're taking in the whole space and not being obstructed by really tall chairs. Another way to keep it simple is to use neutral colors like white, beige, gray, brown, maybe even a touch of black. Those are timeless colors, so keep it timeless, keep it simple. And also, when I say keep it neutral, what I'm saying is don't go too bold with a lot of patterns, a lot of bold colors, because your space is already small, and those type of things make the space feel even smaller. So lastly, in keeping it simple, choose furniture with clean lines. Simple lines that create a minimalist and uncluttered look work well in a small dining room. Tip number 7, use that vertical space. Install wall-mounted shelves to store your dishes and your glassware and to free up the floor space and the tabletop space. So now, if space permits, build in a tall bookcase. You know why? Because again, the eye is going to be drawn up. It's going to make the space feel bigger, but it's also going to be great for storage, adding your family heirlooms, showcasing artworks, keepsakes, all of that good stuff. But again, using that vertical space, you're drawing the eye up, making the space feel bigger. Now, you know, most of my videos I talk about plants. If you can't tell, I'm a plant lover. So in a small dining room, find a corner where you can place a tall plant. It's going to be a great visual, natural, organic element. And it's just going to do wonders to making the space feel and look homey and comfortable, and again, a little bit bigger. So in a small dining room, using curtains as high as you can also creates that visual height, that use of that vertical space in the dining room. And you don't want to put that curtain rod just at the top of the window. You want to get it as close to the ceiling as you can, again drawing that eye all the way up. And that's it, all about the small dining room. Don't forget, I did the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom, the bathroom, and now the small dining room. So check out all of those videos, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, bye.